2027. Last but not least, Tinubu hails Fasoranti as enduring voice for Nigeria's unity. Paying tribute to Fasoranti, Tinubu said, Chief Fasoranti gave voice to the underrepresented and sacrificed his comfort. In doing so, he rejected the convenient silence of the privileged and embraced the burden of advocacy, the loneliness of principle, and the risk of standing with those society was tempted to ignore. Give us your final word for today. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Ola. What a glowing tribute from a man who also did everything possible at a point in time to bifurcate and undermine the leadership, the credible leadership provided for Afenifere. Afenifere, as Baba Reuben Famuyide Fasoranti would always put it. I mean, when you say R.F. Fasoranti, the full name is Reuben Famuyide Fasoranti. The way he would always describe Afenifere as a socio-cultural Yoruba movement. And he was listening to many of us that counseled them that Afenifere should not be seen as the Yoruba equivalent of the Alliance for Democracy. And I think some of us had that vision then that, so after Alliance for Democracy, what becomes of Afenifere itself that has endured from the 50s till time and probably for years to come. And they listen and they provide umbrella cover for everybody Yoruba, whether PDP, APC, etc., etc. Let me put it this way. Most headlines this week celebrating the centenary, the 100 years of Baba Fasoranti, were saying he was born in Ondo State, as if he just dropped in the middle of Ondo State from nowhere. No, he was born into an illustrious family. Specifically, he was born May 11, 1926, at Usho, our local government of Ondo State. And what is Usho? Through all kinds of linguistic transformations, the word Ilu Ishowo, trading post, got shortened over time. Yorubas will call it Iparoje and Asuki. So the word Ishowo now became Usho. And that is said plainly in the native Akure language. Usho, Ishowo. So we should get that. That was where he was born. But although he was born 1926, May 11, at Usho, to the illustrious family of Obasaya family. Of course, the root of that Obasaya family is in the family of Odopetu Adubolu of Akure. Odopetu Adubolu was the father of the great progenitor of the Obasayas, Fakulude. Fakulude begat Famude, and Famude was the father of Chief R.F. Fasoranti's father, Baba Jacob Fasoranti. Jacob Fasoranti had other siblings. You have heard of Baba Samuel Adebayo Fagboyegun, the father of the most consequential business mogul that has ever been seen in some parts of southwest Nigeria, late Canon Johnson Oladimeji Abitogun. Famude was also the father of the father Ibos. He was the father of the Falons. He was the father of Fadero and other people, like the mother of the later Baba Abel Ayeni. So, such a great family. And he started his life from St. Andrew's Primary School, Usho. But in 1931, there was a major rift between his father and Baba Jacob Fasoranti was an Anglican lay reader at Usho. And then he had come back wanted to settle to start a farm, but the then Oloba Akeofusho, who, by the way, was described as a kind of tyrannical leader. Because if there was tyranny in Egba that led to the deposition of Alake, there were similar situations all over different Yoruba communities, and that was the kind of a person Oloba Ake was. So, but in this case, he was challenging the fact that Baba Fashoranti had sent people to a land that was believed to, to belong to the Oloba royal family of Usho, which in itself was said to be like exclusive preserve. And he ordered the the machetes being used on that farmland by hirelings of Baba Fashoranti to vacate. And Baba Fashoranti took with him, or had agreement with him, with his friend, the late Baba Obanla Adekonye, father of late Dr. Samuel Adefemi Adekonye, the owner of Time Cola Beverages. So you see that in the lineage, these people have always been great, and is a manifestation of the prayers pronounced by Famude on generations of his forebears, including Yuola. Of course, you know you are a descendant of that family. So this was how Chief Fashoranti was born on the shoulders of his father in 1931, and they relocated to Ayede Ogbese, the other side of Ogbese River. So if you are describing many of us from that area as people that were born on the plain of Ogbese River, you will be right. But Chief Fashoranti has always been conscious of his place as an Akure person, somebody from the Odokpetu Adubolu family from Akure, and he has always embraced that, which is why over the years he did not only it did not just emerge as a leader from Usho community, Ayode Ogbese, but even Akure as a whole. And I had several interactions with Baba Fashoranti. He was one of the people who blessed me when I got married in year 2000, when I was hot in the line of duty as a journalist in Nigeria. Baba will come, he has a way of just being around you, even before you know it, he's announcing his presence. He came to see me at home in Akure and told me about the dirty politics, the intrigues going on within the Alliance for Democracy then. How he was going to be framed up by the city governor. Meanwhile, he was the one that was supposed to be the governor of Ondo State. He declined just because he had to do it in honor of his late wife, Mommy Diwura, an Ondo indigene that he married. Baba did not just attend St. Andrew's Primary School show. He attended Ondo Boys High School, later Yaba Aya College, University of Ibadan, and then some education in Australia. He was a teacher. One day we were interacting. I said, "Oh, Baba, tell me more about how you and your late friend Olaya Fada Anibe started a book representation company with the late Bola Ige, Shifusha Felumo, and Baba Michael Adekunle Ajashi." Very quickly in that conversation, Baba Fashoranti corrected me. He said Shibola Ige was a student at Government College Ibadan for Professor Wole Soyinka. So he's been able to mold not just individuals, minds, and many of the people who passed through institutions started by him. Institutions like Akure High School, institutions like Omolere Nursery and Primary School, St. Francis College in Akure there, all thriving. And he was instrumental to the establishment of Ijuta Bolu Anglican Grammar School in those days. Such a great man. And this thing about turning 100 years, longevity, is in the gene of that family. His father also made it to 100. Baba Jacob Fashoranti made it live well above 100 years. So that is alive today, and we all are able to join in celebrating his worthy. But this is it. If you live long, you will see so many things, some ugly, some impressive. In this case, the one that is so interesting to me is President Ahmed Bola Tinubu at a time decided to form Afenifere Renewal Group against the mainstream Afenifere being led by Chief Fasoranti. But because Chief Fasoranti has lived long, his enemies, his political friends, everybody is finding peace with him. Very instructive. Thank you on that note, Ola. And now, you were mentioning how some students' body was found somewhere.
I'm not. I'm here, sir. I'm not sure. I just wanted to give you some headlines. Let's not get into. Let's finish this on this note.
Okay. So it's a worthy celebration for Baba Fasoranti, and let me tell you, we've been having very good conversation, very good discussion with members of that family, whether it's Auntie Fumi, the elder surviving daughter, whether it's Dr. Kende Fasoranti and Dr. Taiwo Fasoranti. One thing they told me was that Baba chose a low-key centenary celebration because of the situation in Nigeria today. Yeah. Ever humble. When we were growing up, whenever Baba came to Ayede Obese, anytime he was always in Ayede Obese. So, his father was there, extended family there. He would leave his car in front of his father's house and would swiftly move around town to greet some important people.
He will walk the street just to say hello.
Yes, like any ordinary folk. And to him, my father was Ogakoni, and so on and so forth. He was, or let me say, he's such a grassroots person. Even when I was installed on the operator of Ayede Obese, he also called me for private interaction. And there's somebody I honor like a true father. And I answer Reuben as well. In Ayede Obese, because of Oga Reuben Fasoranti, you will find several Reubens. You will see Oga Reuben Adeshina. You will see Oga Reuben Oluyede. You will see so many Reubens because of this our great forebear. He impacted the community. The fact that Community Comprehensive High School, where I had my secondary education, was established was because he played active role and giving us a first grade school principal. Later, Chief Joseph Olubi Aladeshoyi to kickstart the entire thing. Although our parents, everybody, unlike today, that people don't get involved in community initiatives and efforts in Nigeria. Yeah. It wasn't like that. As I asked him, were you mandated to make sure that school happened? He said it was a marching order from his father. That is the man we are celebrating.
Not to interject, you've done a fantastic job giving a very concise, clear bio of this great man. I remember him very well. A few times I visited Nigeria with my dad. I was able, to keep it short, because you've done a great job. I don't want to override that by any means. He's a first cousin to my grandmother. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be connected to someone like this. What I remember the most about him, he's still alive at 100, by the way. What I remember about him is the warm embrace. I don't know if that's a way to describe. There's a warmness with the way he embraces people, So it's just it's awesome to know that this kind of man can still be celebrated in Nigeria,
And when he speaks to you, he has that gentle tone of, characteristics of the Fasorantis. Yes.
When you get a chance to review this after, the picture I have on the screen right now really, really captures who he is.
Yeah. Yes, and Ola, don't forget that even as a grade 1 school principal, he was not just at the time the principal of Christ School, Ado Ekiti. He was principal of Olivet High School, Oyo. Yes. Apart from being the pioneer of digital Bolu Grammar School, at age 29.
The list goes on
Goes
and
on.
on, sir.
He told me one thing about power devolution and resource management in Nigeria. When he was chairman of Akure Council, he was able to tar some major roads in Akure. Today, no local government does that anymore in Nigeria. We have to. It is a must for us. Go back
Yeah.
to that situation in which government will be government, whether at local level, whether at state level or at federal level. That's a word of wisdom from Chief Reuben
Fasoranti.
Fasoranti.
Yes. I'll say this one last thing, sir. A very popular name when I was growing up, and you would be lucky to be a part of that institution, was Omoleri.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'll leave it
That's
at
the
that.
school that that's the school that produced Barrister Ademola Adegoroye, former Minister of State for Transport in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you hear Fasoranti, just know that there's no way we can put this in 10 minutes. It's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's another good one in the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live very soon. We'll be back sooner than you think. Take care. God bless.